infections. More than 600 of them are in the Hunter, New England region. Queensland is bringing back its mask mandate after detecting 20 new cases, but Deputy Premier Paul Toole says there's no plan to do the same south of the border yet.
We are sticking with our roadmap at this point in time, and I can tell you right now that there's a lot of work that happens behind the scenes. There's a lot of meetings, there's a lot of discussions that will continue to take place, and it is something that we will continue to monitor as well. I'm in Sydney this week. I've actually worn a mask as I've continued to move around the city.
New South Wales and Victoria will scrap their 72-hour isolation requirement for international arrivals. From next week, all fully vaccinated travellers and flight crew will be required to get a PCR test within 24 hours of landing. Hotel quarantine remains in place for travellers who are not vaccinated. Phase 2 of the massive police sting Operation Ironside is netting more alleged criminals. The Trojan Horse-style operation is targeted at dismantling organised crime rings. Another 8 men have been charged on drug and proceeds of crime offences. A new Christmas road safety blitz is underway across Victoria, focusing on drink and drug drivers statewide. Liz Kefford reports.
Operation Roadwise is a new campaign this festive season, which highlights the devastating impacts of road trauma. Already this year, 226 people have been killed on Victorian roads, 15 more than the 2020 total. Police are urging people to slow down, avoid distractions like mobile phones, and think before they get behind the wheel if they're affected by alcohol or drugs. The initiative also features a video series where families are pictured with a Christmas tree bauble inscribed with their lost loved one's name and age in their honour. The blitz will end on Boxing Day. In Melbourne, Liz Kefford, 9 News.
Brisbane's Cross River Rail project has reached another major milestone, with the second tunnelling machine breaking through ground at Normanby. The head of the project describing it as a huge effort, with 310,000 cubic metres of rock removed, or the equivalent of about 124 swimming pools. Briefly, Bryn Edelsten, the former wife of late controversial businessman Jeffrey Edelsten, has revealed she's pregnant with her first child. Queensland's Year 12 students have received their final results after a tumultuous 2 years studying during a pandemic, and the New South Wales government has purchased 194 hectares of prime koala habitat. In finance, $1 Australian dollar is buying 71.53 US cents.
Sport, at work, at home, on holiday. Sydney's 2GB is your station.
Australia is leading by 456 runs at stumps on day 2 of the second Ashes test. The hosts declared a big first innings score of 9 for 473. Play was abandoned early due to an electrical storm. Ash Barty has become the first person to receive Tennis Australia's top prize 4 times. This year's Newcombe medal has been jointly awarded to the world number 1 and Dylan Alcott. Barty says it's been a challenging year filled with unknowns.
When we left Australia in early March, I had no idea when I would be returning or what the year would look like. And I think we approached it like it was one big adventure, and you had to be able to smile and laugh through the tough stuff.
Australian driver Oscar Piastri has been awarded the FIA Rookie of the Year title at a ceremony in Paris. The Formula 2 World Champion's been picked up by Formula 1 team Alpine for next season, but the 20-year-old says he won't be spending a lot of time racing.
It's never a boring day in an F1 car, so massive thank you to Alpine for the opportunity. I'll be joining as reserve driver for Alpine next year. Unfortunately, won't be in a race seat. It's the next step, and hopefully we can work towards 2023 together.
Western United has downed Adelaide United 1-0 in their A-League matchup, and in basketball, the Illawarra Hawks have defeated the New Zealand Breakers by a single point. That's the latest news and sport.
Bonus Velocity points are back at 7-Eleven. Your ice-cold Slurpee will be even more satisfying when you receive 711 Velocity points on your first earn. Whether you're fueling up, stocking up, topping up or cooling down this summer, there are now 711 more reasons to head in store today. 7-Eleven. Wonderfully easier. Bonus points offer ends 3rd of Jan. Exclusions apply. Full T's and C's at 711.com.au/velocity.
G'day, it's Merv Hughes here. After years of snoring like a train, the missus sent me for a CPAP Direct sleep test. I'm sleeping quiet and waking up refreshed.
Be like Merv and snore no more. Chat to the experts at CPAP Direct. New stores now open at Penrith, Gosford and Mascot. Sale on now.
Find your local store at cpap.com.au.
Cars need maintaining. People need convenience. You can now book a service or purchase tyres online at mycar.com.au. My Car Tyre and Auto. People first.
Renew your daily routine on a Sydney getaway. Book a stay and enjoy natural wonders, cultural highlights and stunning alfresco dining. Feel new at sydney.com.
And I'm feeling good. When you're living with an injury, illness or disability, the job you want can feel like it's all the way over here. And with all that's going on in the world, how would you even begin to get from here to here? That's where APM can help, with a network of employers looking for someone just like you. Chat to APM today, your injury, illness and disability employment partner. Visit apm.net.au.
Weather. Taking a break this summer? Take 2GB with you. Download the 2GB app.
Clear skies, heading for a mostly sunny day. Light winds becoming east-northeasterly between 15 and 20 kilometres per hour. Tops of 31 degrees in the city, 38 in the west. Further ahead, showers and a possible storm tomorrow and a partly cloudy Monday.
This is like the Bodysurf Breakfast show.
Mic 1 on, mic 2, that's you, Kate, you're on.
Right, here we go.
Mic 3, Joey, you're on.
The time is 4:02 and 59 seconds.
Hi.
Hi. This is Kate, Tim and just hanging out with friends.
Don't freak out.
Sit back and enjoy the ride on Nova.
Okay, strap in. Let's do this.
Chisel.
Hello and welcome to the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show. It is 7 minutes past 7 and I am joined by one of the best co-hosts in the history of radio broadcasting, the big dog, Matthew Owie O'Donnell. How you doing, mate?
Mate, I haven't been up this early since, I don't know when. Probably when I went to high school.
I thought you were a farmer now.
Yeah, that's true. No, I've been spruiking that a lot. Yeah, I was up nice and early this morning, Timmy. My alarm didn't even go off. I jumped out of bed. I was that excited.
I don't believe you.
Well, Tim, a lot of things happen in my house that you don't believe. But it's good to be here, mate. And how good is it to be doing a radio show? It's what we've wanted to do for years.
We're doing it live, baby, and we've got so much on the show this morning. We'll be joining you for the next 2 hours, waking you up and getting your say. We want your calls, so hit us up on Instagram. You can follow us at The Budgie Boys or at The Bodysurf Podcast. Now, it's a bit technical, making a phone call via Instagram, but it will work. It'll work. Now, we've got so much on the show this morning. A very special guest will be dropping by, and he's been sending me some messages, and he reckons he's going to smash you.
Oh, really?
In a game of Quick Draw.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready to play a bit of Quick Draw this morning?
I am. Who could it be?
A very special guest, a very big name in the body surfing community.
Really? Because I know that all of the Budgie Boys are actually up on the Central Coast. I've come down. The 1 week I come down to do the Bodysurf Breakfast Show, we wanted a live audience, and they're all gone. So who could it be?
It's someone not from the Budgie Boys.
Oh, right. Okay.
I hope that doesn't give it away.
No.
But he's ready to smash you, and he says you're going to cop it.
So like Jesse gave it to what's his name?
Maxi from the Bondi. We should have got the Bondi Boys on.
Yeah.
Woofo, get on that. Is Woofo listening? Woofo, our executive producer, we finally do a show that we need an actual producer for, and he calls in sick. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. Listen, I think the wife might be out doing something this morning.
Right.
So he could have the kids. I don't know. But he could have brought the kids here.
Sure. We're a family-friendly show.
That's right. But we're going to cross to Wolfo at some point today. He says he's not prepared. There could be a lot going on over there. But we will cross to him very, very soon. Timmy, I want to ask you something.
Tell me something.
When we started this podcast, did you ever think that we were going to do a breakfast show?
No. You know, we were telling this story to someone the other day. Who were we talking to? Probably the misso. We were trying to explain to her that we invented podcasting.
Yeah.
So we invented a style of, what would you call it, broadcasting, where traditionally everything was live back when we grew up.
Yeah.
In the early 1800s. And we thought, wouldn't it be great if you could record a radio show and play it back later? No one had ever done this.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan wasn't even on the scene yet.
No, that's right.
And we would upload audio onto MySpace.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Tommy Boy.
Tom, is he still around?
He's still my friend.
on Facebook.
So we invented this style of broadcasting where you would record and just we would put up maybe 30-minute episodes of things. We would do little sketches and things like that. And then, 10, 15, 20 years later, look how many podcasts there are now.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't say that we are we Australian heroes? Yes. Are we pioneers? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. We're frontiers. And I think we deserve a little bit more respect, especially from some of the funding bodies.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Well, the problem is we didn't patent it.
Yes. How can you? It's just audio.
Well, yeah, that's it. And I've gone to the tape and I've looked at the timeline, right? And literally I would say we were probably the first to upload a show in that way. Now, obviously audiobooks and things like that happened previously before us. And it was happening, but it wasn't traditional podcasting like you hear today. We did it, mate. And you know what? Now we're going really back. We're going to live radio.
That's it. This is the ridgy-didge. This is what we love doing. This is how we got started doing all this stuff. We would always do it live, and it's so much more fun. We want to take calls, and we don't have a delay.
No.
You can say anything you want, and it will go live to air. So that could be interesting. We'll take your calls really, really soon. But first, Zoe, we should probably address the elephant in the room.
April?
Your wife is here, and I wouldn't be calling her an elephant, especially because you have a 2-hour drive home with her. I'm talking about the COVID elephant.
Okay, the COVID elephant. How would that elephant look?
Not well.
Well, the thing is, would the elephant be okay? Would it be mild symptoms on the elephant, or would it be you're in ICU elephant?
Well, when COVID first started happening, people were saying animals could get it. Someone said a dog could get COVID.
Yeah, they were saying that.
So could an elephant get COVID? I don't know. An elephant, he's a big boy. I'm not sure what their immune system's like, but yeah, sure, they could get the sniffles.
Well, that's right. And apparently elephants have a great memory. So, I mean, are they going to, like for us, we go, oh yeah, I got COVID 2020, 2021. It's just a thing of the past. And this is what I've been saying, in 20 years, are our lungs going to go, oh yeah, that's right, I got COVID, it's not good? Or are we going to go, oh, I don't even remember that. It was just a thing. It was a thing in the past and we had to live through it for a couple of years and now we're here.
I think it will be a big part of our life forever. And we thought we were coming good.
Yeah.
And we started to relax some things here in New South Wales. And then case numbers started to soar again. Yeah. And just in time for Christmas. I feel like this happens all the time. Just before big events, case numbers soar.
Yeah. And we were having a chat last night about it, and a lot of people go, oh, it's a big government conspiracy. Like they've sculpted this, right? Where my standpoint is, no, maybe they're just so unintelligent that they're mismanaging it. Which wouldn't be a surprise because, I mean, you don't talk to them, but you listen to people like our health minister, Brad Hazzard, and he just wants to get the economy going. And I get it, mate, I get it. Everyone wants cash. We love cash. Cash is king.
Cash is king. But can't you still enjoy a night out safely?
Yeah, and this is my point, is that, well, we've had mask mandates. Everyone's used to going to the pub, wearing your mask until you sit down, then you take it off and everyone's happy, right? But that's out the window now. All the unvaccinated people can come into the pub as well. And it's just, they're trying to act like it was before, but it's just not, Timmy. You know, like, we do have a disease that is a virus that is going around, that is infecting people. We have a new variant, and it could get really bad. They're saying 25,000 cases a day by January in New South Wales. Now, our international listeners, they're going, wait, who cares? Mate, that's nothing. But it can only get worse from here. And my fingers are crossed that I can at least go on one holiday.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I've got Tassie booked.
Ooh.
I'm going down there 30th of December. And I'm really excited about it. And I just don't want the borders to close. Is that too much to ask for, Tim?
Well, I think we should open up the phone lines and get the opinions of our listeners. We have some international and also interstate people that listen to the podcast. So I'd like to get some viewpoints on this, especially from people from Queensland. We haven't had many Queenslanders on the show this year, so it'd be great to hear from them, especially the Goldie Sliders. I know they were up very early this morning, 5:30 Queensland time. They were having a surf, and I'm sure they're toweling off now and ready to have a chat. So give us a call on the Instagram, Budgie Boys or Bodysurf Podcast. We'll take your calls very shortly. But first we need to but let the people know about the big raffle that's happening very, very shortly.
And that's why we're here today, Timmy. The Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show Christmas raffle. You know, we are drawing it in the second hour of the show, and it's your absolute last chance to jump on board.
Wolfo is in the tally room right now, getting ready for the big draw, and some people have a lot of... We weren't sure how this was going to all go down, but some people have got a lot of entries, because pretty much $1 buys you one raffle ticket.
That's right.
So some people have gone really crazy with this and have got a lot of raffle tickets. So there is a way to get heaps of raffle tickets. You can subscribe to the Patreon using our tier system. There's 6 tiers, all various amounts of money you can pledge, but you can also customize your pledge. So someone's actually jumped on there and done a $50 pledge.
Wow.
Which means they have 50 tickets in the raffle. Now, that's good odds.
Now, is that person going to hang around after the raffle gets drawn, you know? Or are they just pulling the pin straight away?
Hey, it doesn't matter. They're in it to win it, and they got an amazing prize. It's up for grabs. So, yeah, if you want to jump over to the Patreon now, it's the patreon.com/the Bodysurf Podcast and sign up. You don't have long.
No, you've really got minutes.
So please do it right now. The cutoff is happening very soon. As Zoe said, in the second hour of this show, we will be drawing the raffle live on air, and hopefully we'll be able to get the winner on the line to congratulate them.
That would be great.
Now, we're going to take a short break. When we return, your calls. Now, it doesn't have to be about COVID. I know people are sick of COVID, and some people have actually said no more COVID chat.
No COVID chat. No COVID chat here, mate.
So maybe give us a call about what you're up to this morning. If you're having a swim, where you are, what your plans are for Christmas. Maybe we keep it light.
Well, yeah, let's go. Let's channel surf, Timmy. You know, we're going around the grounds. People are having a body surf this morning. I know the Maroubra guys are going out.
Oh, cool.
Bait Bay Body Bashers, if you're within earshot, give us a call.
We could work our way up the coast. We could cross the Bait Bay, we could cross the Maroubra, we could cross to the Central Coast, then we could cross the Queenslanders. Work our way up the Australian coast. That would be amazing. We'll take your calls next here on the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. I'd like to personally thank our amazing team at National Tiles for their outstanding dedication during this our biggest year ever. With home investment at record levels, our wonderful National Tiles team have worked tirelessly to maintain our exceptional service levels, and we're hiring more. So if you're looking to join a dynamic team of people at a great family-owned company, go to recruitment@nationaltiles.com.au now.
Studio Keel, watermark of a champion.
The very best in Serbian swimwear tested at Olympic level. No more sloppy sluggos like the other brands. With Keel, you're layered for life. Check out studiokeel.com for more information.
The Bodysurf podcast is proudly sponsored by Steady Freddy. Steady Freddy. Do more in the bedroom with Steady Freddy, a spray designed to give you a more fulfilling love life. G'day, it's your new delay spray. Spray on, play on. Formulated by a medical doctor, Steady Freddy has fast and discreet delivery, express posted. It will come fast, but you won't. And it has a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Make the good times last. Steady Freddy Control Spray fits right in your pocket, so you're always ready to go. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Make your slonger last longer. And Steady Freddy are giving Bodysurf podcast listeners $10 off their control spray and a free 3-pack of ultra-thin condoms when you use promotional code BODYSURF. 100% of Steady Freddy reviewers would recommend this product to a friend. So what are you waiting for? Go to steadyfreddy.com and try it today. Check out steadyfreddy.com and get $10 off and a free 3-pack of ultra-thin condoms when you use the promotional code BODYSURF. Steady Freddy is a sponsor of the Bodysurf podcast. Check out steadyfreddy.com and grab some good gear today. You.
This is the Bodysurf podcast with Tim and Owie.
Yes, good morning. It's 22 minutes past 7, 22 past 6 in Queensland for our Queensland listeners. Trav reminded me this morning, Owie, we got to make sure we announce the Queensland time. So 22 minutes past 6 in Queensland if you're listening up the coast. Welcome to the Bodysurf Breakfast Show. Huge show lined up, coming up. Quick Draw. Owie is taking on a body surfing legend in one of the funnest radio games ever invented. Quick Draw, that's coming up. In the next few hours. A few hours. We're only doing 2 hours, aren't we?
Yeah.
We wanted to do more, but
we don't have the content.
I actually put out a little thing on Instagram. What would you like us to talk about on the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show? Someone wrote, maybe stick to half hour next time. I don't think you guys have 2 hours in you.
No.
But we will be taking your calls, and I believe we have someone on the line, and that's our first caller.
I'm a first timer.
It's always nice to have a first timer on the line. Who have we got? Corey from Bundina. Hello, Corey. How you doing, mate?
Hey, Tim. I'm doing good. Thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Now, are you staying safe in Bundina? Are there any COVID outbreaks there?
Mate, I'm not in Bundina at the moment. I'm actually in Uga's house in Caringbah.
Ooh, you're in the Casbah, very close to Cronulla. Did you go for a surf this morning?
Not yet. I'm actually a bit hungover.
What'd you get up to last night?
Oh, I went out with work friends. All my new work friends had work Christmas parties.
Now, I believe work for you is it's a little hush hush, but it's also getting in the way of your body surfing. Is that true?
Yeah. So my roster's 4 days on, 5 days off. So I've only just sort of started. So once I'm in the swing of things, hopefully it's not going to get in the way too much. But I'm on the start of my 5-day block off now, and I'm loving life.
And so, how are you liking the work life, Corey? Because I know that you didn't really do too much of it until now.
Nah,
so how's it treating you?
It was a pretty tough life between the age of 18 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I was actually going to come in today. I was calling you up to see if you still want me to bloody come in. But,
are you coming? Is he coming here?
That was a little surprise, Corey. We were going to sort of tease that for the next hour and a half.
Am I taking on him in Quick Draw?
You've given it away, Corey. Corey is our Quick Draw contestant.
No, Corey wasn't coming in. Who's Corey? He's not coming in, is he?
Well, Listen, I'm very excited to take you on, Corey, and if that means that you need to scrub yourself up, because I know that you had a big day on the stock exchange yesterday. Did you?
Yeah.
Your father rung the bell, I believe.
Yeah, he rung the bell. Start of his business on the stock exchange. So yeah, big day. We went out on the cruise on the harbour, and then I ended up back in bloody the Shire with all my work friends. So it was a big day.
Would you like to give us an impromptu financial report?
Yeah, impromptu financial report. So IPG, formerly known as IPD Group, is trading at about $1.10 at the moment. It's got good upside for growth. I'd highly recommend it.
Now, how many shares do you hold?
Oh, geez. I can count them on my bloody fingers and toes, and they're at $1.10. So not too much at the moment.
Lots of cash there, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
make me a millionaire.
Now, we better let you go so you can make your way over here for the 8 a.m. hour where you will be taking OE on in Quick Draw. Have you played Quick Draw before, Corey? Are you aware of this game?
No, I haven't played it before, but I have sort of heard it.
Well, when you get here, what we might do is a practice round, and then you and OE will be going head-to-head for the 2001 Quick Draw Championships. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Bring it on. All right, Corey, we'll see you soon. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for being our first caller. There we go. Corey from Bundina, our first caller for the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show. Our first and last caller, maybe.
No, I don't think so. Listen, I think people might get in the swing of this because they want their voices heard. And that's all podcasting is, Tim. That's why we do it. We just want to listen to ourselves talk. Now, I've said it before in the past. The Bodysurf Podcast is the only podcast I listen to.
Yeah, it was interesting when we had...
I don't waste my time with the others.
It was interesting when we had Hamish from the Goldie Sliders on last week. I asked him what sort of, podcasts... I just want... what podcasts he was listening to. I just want to understand what people are into and what we're doing wrong. Maybe we need to start... commentating UFC or interviewing big-name actors. One of my favourite podcasts used to be Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin had a podcast called Here's the Thing. I think he might still do it. And he would get some huge names on, but he's got all the connections.
Yeah, that's right.
He had Woody Allen on. He had David Letterman on. He had Tina Fey on. And, we've got connections, but it's in the body surfing community. So we get all the big names on from the body surfing community, which is great. And, mate, 2022, the new year's coming in hot. And the next season, our fourth year of the Bodysurf Podcast is going to be huge, and we're really looking forward to it. But right now, we're taking your calls. It's your time to be heard. Have your say. This is the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show, and anything goes this morning. I want a surf report. I want someone to call in and go, hey, we just hit the whatever. It's pumping.
It's not pumping, though. It's terrible. It's terrible weather. Actually, the weather's not too bad today in Sydney. We've got tops of 35, I think, in the west, 31 on the coast. I don't think I was roped in to do weather, but I can do it if you want me to, Tim.
Absolutely. We have a weather report out of the news, but if you want to get more detailed, get a synoptic chart up. Let's have a look, because there are some crazy weather systems going on at the moment, but it's not really doing much for the surf, is it?
No, that's right. And we are in the La Nina.
La Nina.
So it means more cyclone swells, that kind of stuff, Timmy.
But today is going to be a hot one here in Sydney. And, stay safe out there. If you're having a swim, make sure you slip, slop, slap. Because even in these sort of overcast conditions, you can still get sunburnt. I believe we have another caller. Hello, this is the Bodysurf Breakfast Show. Who have we got there?
Hello, this is Baldad the Barrel Hunter, or Adam, if you want to go old school.
How you doing, Adam? How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, really good. just wandered out into the shed looking at all my half-made hand planes that I've been working on over the last week or two.
From Reclaim Surf, I believe, Adam.
Yeah, that's me. I've got 2 handles because, I don't know, you've got to keep it complicated these days, you know. There's not enough going on, so I thought I'd run 2 handles.
Now, where do you hail from, Adam? Just to give our listeners a little bit of an idea of who you are.
Yeah, we're based up near Noosa. So we're actually you'll like this because my town has the word beer in it, but I'm from Tindewa. Yeah, so I don't know, just hanging out up here. We're just close enough and just far enough away that we've got away from the rat race, but, you know, have a bit of space around us that I can make lots of noise with my power tools and waste lots of time mowing an acre of lawn, but then get down to near the beach within about 15 minutes in the car. But so we're pretty lucky.
Now, what's the surf like up there today, Adam?
Average.
Yeah.
Not real flash. Yeah, we are in the big swell window of south of us. We've got Moreton Island and Bribie Island, and mainly Moreton is the issue. So the southerly swells don't get into the Sunshine Coast, and because of the angle of the coastline generally. So if it's an easterly swell, we get all of the swell, but if there's much south in it, it's a lot smaller than, say, the Gold Coast, for example. But at the moment, I think it's probably about head high if you're lucky on the set, but probably a bit smaller.
Now, when I came up for the Coolum Wedge, I expected your presence to be there, mate, but no show. What's the go?
No, I nearly died at the start of the year from a bleed in the guts, and I was still recovering. I did turn up. I turned up and gave the hand plane to Barrel Pig that I'd made for him. We swapped for a GoPro because my GoPro had died. He was just a legend and helped me out. But yeah, I had a hospital visit and then a long recovery because when your blood levels, which are normally sit at 150, that's what they are at the moment. Last time I had a test, mine had dropped to 57 with my hospital visit because I was bleeding from a hole in my what's technically called my duodenum. So I was hoping to compete, but my body just hadn't recovered quick enough at that stage. I'd had a couple of surfs, but I just wasn't. I didn't want to risk it. Just couldn't. So yeah.
And how's the body holding up now, mate?
Heaps better. Because then after coming out of hospital, I've put on I'm a bit like yourself, I've put on a bit of husband weight. So after getting married in July, I'm probably a few kegs heavier than I was before I went into hospital. My last trip to the doctor, everything was all hunky-dory. So yeah, it's been heaps better. I don't know. Getting someone looking after you or looking out for you at home is always really nice too.
It is nice, and I know that very well as my wife wakes up every morning and makes me coffee, makes me breakfast, packs my little lunch and my big lunch. And yeah, so I do know that very well. Now, Adam, we're going to have to go in a second, but give Reclaim Surf a plug and tell us what you got in the works.
Well, I'm looking at the moment at about 8 different hand plane blanks. All of my hand planes are made from salvaged timber, depending on what I can find available, depending on whether it's the salvaged bolter I've got, which is going to be fiberglass covered, or if it's the salvaged American oak and blue gum that I've got stuck together with that one, which will just be varnished. But there's a lot of attention to detail, putting them together really nicely, using my skills from surfboards and skateboards when I used to make them in the past. You'll get something that's a really nice quality product and hopefully a lot nicer on the environment than something that's from brand new materials.
Well, there you go. Thank you very much for calling in. I hope you have a lovely day. And, hopefully you have a great Christmas and can get a few surfs in.
Yeah, you look after yourselves. It's always overhead when you're body surfing. So have a
Ew. Well, there you go. You never know who's going to call when you open up the phone lines, and it's always nice to get a big name from the body surfing community calling in on the Talkback open line phone number. Give us a call now. I believe we're having some technical issues with the phone line, as radio stations always do, but we will try our best to get to your calls. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back very soon.
We all love a good chat, but there are some conversations you can't have with the neighbour over the fence. If you're struggling, you can now chat to Lifeline online. This online service is available every night. Search Crisis Chat or visit lifeline.org.au.
You're listening to the Bodysurf podcast. I'm big boy Nick Brabot, professional body surfer / bodybuilder. If you want to get jacked like a big boy, you should head into a Porto for some flame-grilled Portuguese chicken. I eat it all the time. Whether you're getting pitted in some hectic barrels at the beach or working out at the gym, a Porto is the perfect load up on some protein. Get that Nick Brabot body you've always wanted. Whether you're into burgers, wraps or nuggets, a Porto has you covered. And if you mention Big Boy Brabot at any participating Porto restaurant, you'll receive a free upsize. A Porto flame grilled chicken. Try some today.
Slide handboards. More speed, more lift, more fun. With boards of all shapes, sizes and skill levels, you'll be sure to find something to suit you. Get yours at slidehandboards.com.au today. You're listening to the Bodysurf Breakfast Show with Tim and Owie.
Yes, good morning. This is the Bodysurf Breakfast Show. We're taking your calls on our very last show for 2021. And what a year it's been, Owie. What was your biggest highlight for the year?
Oh, well, I got married.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big. I'll pay that. I was thinking more what happened on the show. That is a tough one. Tray surfing was a big highlight for me. That was great. Yeah, one of my favourites, and we actually just got a bit of a Christmas delivery from Trey, and we're giving away some of his amazing products in the raffle coming up in the next hour. We're going to be drawing the raffle. Have you got into the raffle? It's probably your last chance now. Wolfo's in the tally room. I believe we have Wolfo on the line. Let's cross to him now.
Wolfo traffic!
Morning, guys. Morning. I'm here.
Good morning. How you doing, mate?
You sound a bit groggy, mate.
Yeah. Didn't sleep too much last night, but hence why I'm not in the studio. But yeah, I'm still been listening in and looking forward to a good show.
You got the Omicron.
Yeah. Probably be better than this, but yeah, done all right.
Now, I believe you put together a little report for us, Wolfo.
Yeah, it's a little surf update. Just going to go around the ground. Cronulla this morning, or the majority of Sydney, is probably looking the same. 1 to 2 foot, waist high swell. Winds are from the north, so it's going to be pretty choppy out there. High tides at 8:30. Up on the Gold Coast, they've got some better conditions. It's only small. It's 1 foot Sydney size, so I'll be surprised if they surf. Winds from the southwest. And they're meant to freshen up throughout the day. And I know we've got some UK listeners on at the moment, so I went over to Newquay as well, hoping I pronounced that right. 2 foot of swell, and it should be offshore 11 knots. So they've probably got the pick of the bunch over there in the UK.
Now, I thought you were going to do a traffic report for us, Wolfo. What's all this surf talk?
I was going to do a traffic report, but the live traffic Twitter page hasn't updated since last night, so I didn't have anything new to say.
Then get in the helicopter, buddy.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, sorry about that, boys.
That's
maybe when I check in after 8 o'clock.
While we've got you on the line, what was your highlight for 2021?
Oh, I did pick up a sponsorship from Tradeboarding, which was
that is true.
Pretty much the highlight of my body surfing career.
Now, Since you've been sponsored by Trey Surf Co., how many times have you been in the water?
I've surfed once.
That's not bad from you, actually.
Yeah, which isn't bad. But I know there's a package full of goodies around your place. I've got to swing by and pick them up. So, yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah. Come by anytime, pick them up. But also, Woofo, we should probably check in because you are in the tally room getting ready for the big end-of-year raffle. Now, how's it all looking? How many tickets have we sold? Can people still buy raffle tickets now?
Yeah, definitely can still jump on board. I think there's 146 tickets sold between 17 people. So, yeah, there's definitely some decent odds there if you want to chuck some money in towards the Patreon account.
I'm pretty much calling it, though. As soon as we hit 8 a.m. this morning, it's over. And then we'll cross to you, and you will draw the winner. There's only one winner this year. We're only giving away one big prize. Winner takes it all. You've got to be in it to win it. And thank you very much for those who bought raffle tickets, and thank you very much for those who supported the Patreon. Wolfo, it's been a great year. It's been lovely working with you. Can't wait to see you in 2022. Hopefully you'll make a few more in-studio appearances. But for now, bye-bye, and we'll catch up with you in the 8 o'clock hour to do the big raffle draw.
Thanks, guys. Speak soon.
Bye-bye. Woofo, the executive producer, with a nice little surf report there. Now, we are tracking up to news, and I believe we have time for a few more calls. So let's cross to our next caller. Hello, this is the Bodysurf Podcast. Who have we got there?
Is that me?
That's you.
Hey, how are you boys? Calling all the way from the United States. Just had to dial in. Love the show. First-time caller.
You're a first-timer. Lovely. Welcome to the First Timers Club. How are things going over there in the United States right now?
You know, we've got a little bit of a decent swell, but we had that big storm last week, so the waters are pretty gross. They're a nice poopy brown right now. So, you know, people are picking their spots, but if you're willing to go out right when the tide turns, there's some beautiful waves out there to be had.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess, things are a bit all over the place in America right now, politically and economically, but also with COVID. How have you been managing the virus over there?
You know, I mean, where I live, they were issuing tickets for people coming in from out of town last year. So they really tried to regulate the beaches, and they were writing tickets if you were sitting on the beach before or after the session. But now I don't think the police, they have better things to do right now than run around and kick bodies off the beach. You guys had my buddy Jason from Super Biscuit on. That's how I got turned on to your show.
That's awesome, man. Now, we don't really, I don't think we've spoken directly before. On your Instagram, it says GP Shepler, I'm pretty sure. So tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? And what you do.
Well, my name's GP Shepler. I'm a body surfer and a journalist, and I'm the creative director at a surfing nonprofit in the U.S. called One More Wave. And we make custom adaptive surfing equipment for disabled veterans and help get them linked together to participate in surf therapy. But, you know, I work for a fiberglass company. My roots are body surfing. So, you know, I'm a yucca guy, and I like to rock the kickboard. But definitely, you know, always excited to hear more body surfing content because there's so many podcasts out there about guys riding fiberglass. And that's exciting and everything. But there's nothing quite like on some budgies and getting out in the wave. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Now, I'm guessing it's nighttime for you over there. You're probably ready for Betty buys.
Midday here.
It's day. Sorry, I got the time all wrong.
Timmy doesn't. He still can't read an analog clock.
I don't know what hemisphere we're in. Now, have you been to the beach today? Have you gotten into the water?
Not today. No, I went down and flew the drone earlier. Like I said, we live right next to an agricultural center in Santa Cruz. So when we get heavy rains like that, for up to 4 or 5 days following it, we have a ton of runoff from the agricultural center. So we'll probably have a little bit of bacteria count for the next day or two, but I'll be back out by tomorrow morning probably.
Very, very nice. Now, we should ask you, as a keen body surfer and friends of the Super Biscuit, one of the best handboard creators in the world, what's in your floppy bucket? What sort of gear are you riding with?
So I ride Yucca Fin exclusively at this point. I do heel pad only, no foot pad. And then I have a custom-made Super Biscuit. It's a kickboard, I guess you could call it. It's about 12 inches. I don't know how to convert this to the metric, so I'm sorry, boys. But it's about 12 inches by 18 inches. And so it allows me to keep my forearm on the board. Because if I use a normal hand plane, my shoulder gets really uncomfortable, as I'm sure you boys have had that experience before. So I rock that. And then I also rock a quarter-inch thick piece of cork made by California Surfcraft. And it's cork on one side and carbon fiber on the other. And it rips so fast.
And so, as a journalist, GP, there's a lot that we need to learn. Like, and we've often spoke about having international correspondence, just getting body surf content from around the world, because we're pretty isolated down here. Now, how is the scene over there? Like, if we go down to the beach, it's often we'll see one or two body surfers. We might be able to jump in with them. What's it like for you guys? Is it as popular as it is down here? And if so, how is it like getting the content? What are the characters like? And how do you kind of collaborate all that content, put it together? And what's the kind of platform that you use to put it out into the world?
Well, that's a great question. You know, the first answer that I think body surfing is less popular where I live in Central/Northern California because the water temperatures are in 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That kind of thins the herd out a little bit. So there are way fewer body surfers than traditional surfers in Santa Cruz, but the ones that exist, it's a fairly small network. The Santa Cruz Body Surfing Association hosts the World Championships every year right up the street in Waddell Creek. So there's a lot of great opportunities to meet different people. I actually have a podcast as well, which I don't really do very much anymore, but I interviewed Ryan Masters. Have you talked to him yet?
No, we haven't talked to him yet.
Ryan Masters is also a journalist and a firefighter, body surfed at Maverick.
Sick.
So,
epic.
Crazy hardcore here. And it's, as you boys probably have this experience in Australia, since it's such a surf destination, we get a lot of people passing through. So, you know, you'll go back or at Sunny Cove or one of the other body surfer focused or friendly beaches, and you'll be riding with people from around the world because it's kind of a vacation destination.
That's cool, man. Well, we've got to wrap it up, but GP, thank you so much for calling in, and I reckon we've got to try and get this bloke on the podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
You have a wealth of knowledge, and just hearing the stuff that you're doing for the veterans and kind of the disabled community in a way for body surfing and surfing in general, that sounds something like our listeners would love to hear.
Well, boys, thank you so much for having me on. I'm a big fan of the show. Please keep doing what you're doing, and I love that it's available on YouTube now. That's such a move for guys like me who are on YouTube all day. Keep up the good work. We love you.
Thanks for calling in. Good stuff. It's 11 minutes to 8, 11 minutes to 7 in Queensland. We're going to take a quick break and wrap things up for the first hour. We've got another huge hour coming up. We're going to be drawing the raffle, and Owie is going to be taking Corey Sainsbury on, cute boy Corey on, in Quick Draw.
The worst is going to happen. You're not alone. 1 in 4 Australians will experience anxiety. Know when anxiety is talking. Visit Beyond Blue to start a life beyond anxiety.
War hand planes. Get pitted on plastic. 100% post-consumer recycled plastic, that is. The War Badfish. More waves, less plastic. Check out warhandplanes.com.au and get yours just in time for Christmas. Tell them St. Nick sent you.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. I'd like to personally thank our amazing team at National Tiles for their outstanding dedication during this our biggest year ever. With home investment at record levels, Our wonderful National Tiles team have worked tirelessly to maintain our exceptional service levels, and we're hiring more. So if you're looking to join a dynamic team of people at a great family-owned company, go to recruitment@nationaltiles.com.au now.
Owie, the Bodysurf podcast is proudly sponsored by Steady Freddy. Steady Freddy, do more in the bedroom with Steady Freddy, a spray designed to give you a more fulfilling love life.
G'day, it's your new delay spray. Spray on, play on. Formulated by a medical doctor, Steady Freddy has fast and discreet delivery. Express posted, it'll come fast, but you won't. And it has a 30-day satisfaction guarantee.
Make the good times last. Steady Freddy Control Spray fits right in your pocket, so you're always ready to go. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Make your slonger last longer. And Steady Freddy are giving Bodysurf podcast listeners $10 off their control spray and a free 3-pack of ultra-thin condoms when you use promotional code BODYSURF.
100% of Steady Freddy reviewers would recommend this product to a friend. So what are you waiting for? Go to steadyfreddy.com and try it today. Check out steadyfreddy.com and get $10 off and a free 3 ultra-thin condoms when you use promotional code BODYSURF.
We said that 2 times, so you better do it doubly as fast. Steady Freddy is a sponsor of the Bodysurf podcast.
Check out steadyfreddy.com and grab some good gear today.
Yo! You're listening to the Bodysurf Breakfast Show with Tim and Owie.
Yes, Tim and Owie here. 8 minutes to 8, 8 minutes to 7 in Queensland. Tracking up to news, Owie. Big news break coming up. All your news, sport and weather. Then we will be doing the big raffle draw. Now, there are some amazing prizes in the raffle. There's just one prize this year. Last year we did what was it called? All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, all I want for Christmas is you.
And we gave away, 10, 12, 13 prizes?
Well, we're giving away lots of prizes, but there's just one winner.
One winner. The winner takes it all, and some really amazing prizes in there. I'm really excited to see who wins that. Also, Owie will be taking on cute boy Corey in a game of Quick Draw. Now, if you're not familiar with the game of Quick Draw, it's very simple. I'll ask Owie and Corey to name something starting with a certain letter. And whoever gets in first with a correct answer, I'll be the judge of that. Sometimes the answers are a little bit how you going. So I'll be the judge of that. Winner again takes it all. You will be awarded champion of Quick Draw here on the Bodysurf podcast for 2021.
Now, who won last time?
We've never played Quick Draw before, have we?
No, I thought we did.
We did a mock round a few weeks ago.
Oh, right. So it's never actually been live on air.
We've played the age game and we've played the Price is Right.
Okay.
Quick Draw is a game you need someone in studio for.
Yeah.
And that's why Corey's graciously going to head over here now after a big night out. That might actually work in your favour.
It could, yeah. I could have the upper hand here, Timmy. Now, just as we track up to news, we should talk about what we're here for, which is the prize pack, mate. We need to go into a little bit more detail about. Now, you've been hearing a couple of ads that we put together last night about some of the prizes that are in the pack. Now, as you said, Tim, it is one winner this year. And the only way that you can get involved is by signing up to the Patreon. Now, you still have 6 minutes to go. A lot of people are listening live, which is cool, Tim. Now, I thought that people might be putting it on in their car, driving around, having a listen to it. But it seems like a lot of people are sitting at home watching it on the television. Now, I'm sorry that there is no vision. I left the battery back in the Central Coast. I had to film a wedding on the weekend, and I took Timmy's battery for our old little handy cam, and I didn't bring it back down.
Mate, but this is real radio.
But this is real radio. Now, if you're listening, as I said, you now have 5 minutes to sign up to the Patreon, and you can cancel any time. You could do a one-off, like I think some people have done. Like if you're dropping $50 into the Patreon, you're not paying $50 for our content each month. I mean, you might, But maybe if you want to kind of space that out throughout the year, $7, nice little membership level. You pay $7 a month. You get some extra little bits of content. We post some funny stuff on the Patreon just for the members here and there. And we're actually trying to build up a bit of cash so we can get some Bodysurf podcast merch. So we're talking keels, we're talking shirts, we're talking face masks.
We're talking a microphone for you.
Yeah, so I can actually do the podcast from home and I don't have to drive down to Timmy's place all the time, who has all the gear. So jump on board, patreon.com/ is it the Bodysurf Podcast?
The Bodysurf Podcast. It's easy as that. Yeah. We also have a great little Bodysurf Podcast Facebook group, which keeps you up to date with all the news, all the goss, and we post when we do new episodes. We post when we do competition. So that's on Facebook. Just search the Bodysurf Podcast in your groups, and I will add you to the group. We've got a nice little group going there.
Yeah, the Facebook group is very different to the Instagram, but it's good. It's like when you have a cult following in a podcast, and I think of it like the page we both follow. Big Simpsons fans, us.
Yes.
Tenuous, obscure Simpsons, which is a very good Facebook page. If you like The Simpsons, please jump on board that. And it's like people will just post a picture of their kettle or something, and people will just list off bunches,
all the references,
of the references. So our Bodysurf Podcast Facebook page is a little bit like that. So jump on board, and as I said, a couple of minutes now, you can still get into this raffle. Timmy, what are some of the prizes that we've got?
All right, so we have a slide handboard, which we don't know what it is.
I've got the goss on it.
Ooh,
I've got the goss.
Okay.
I spoke to Trav this morning.
Yes.
He's having a surf right now. He's going to join us in the second hour of the program.
Oh, good stuff.
It was between two of the boards, but the one that we've been given is a slide wedge.
Wowza.
So we got the wedge. That retails at close to $200.
So that's definitely the big major prize. We also have a tray board 2.0 and a fry tray. So that's the big tray board and a small fry tray, and you've got your fins, the small fins and the big fins that come with that. We also have a bad fish from War hand planes. We also have a big foam wampa, a big pink foam wampa. And I think Owie and I will actually sign that one and give that to you. And then we have some great products from Steady Freddy. We've got 2 control sprays. So each control spray retails for about $150, I believe. So that's $300 worth of control sprays right there. We have some ultra thin condoms and some
a free 3-pack.
It's here's the tongue twister, Owie. It's 3 3-packs. 3 free 3-packs.
That's right. Oh dear, we need to write a new little bit.
And also some ready, steady, ready wipes. So thank you so much to everyone who helped us out with these prizes.
I have to say one thing, and Uga's getting very upset about this.
Oh, yes.
The keels. Now, I think we need to do a separate giveaway for this.
Okay.
But I don't have a problem. If we get a few little extra ones, we might even throw a pair of keels in there. So, Bodysurf Podcast, cross Alan Rath, smugglers. Yeah. Not smugglers, sorry. Not smugglers at all. Keels. Sluggos. And we'll throw those in as well.
Amazing stuff. Anywho, we are tracking up to news. We're about to take a news break in the second hour. In our 8 a.m. hour, we're drawing the winner of the raffle, so stay tuned for that. We're also going to be getting Cute Boy Corey in the studio to take Owie on at Quick Draw. It's going to be a huge, huge final hour of the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Also, we've never been able to say this. If you've missed anything, you'll be able to grab it on the podcast.
You will.
We'll put this up as soon as we're done. So if you missed anything, go back and take a listen. But we're tracking up to news. We'll be right back with the final hour of the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show.
Sydney's 2GB 873.
In this bulletin, states keeping a close eye on COVID cases, targeting organised crime rings and Victoria's road safety blitz. I'm Madeline McNeil. The New South Wales government is monitoring rising COVID case numbers, but for now is sticking to its plan of eased restrictions. There are more than 2,200 new infections. More than 600 of them are in the Hunter New England region. Queensland is bringing back its mask mandate after detecting 20 new cases, but Deputy Premier Paul Toole says there's no plan to do the same south of the border yet.
We are sticking with our roadmap at this point in time, and I can tell you right now that there's a lot of work that happens behind the scenes. There's a lot of meetings, there's a lot of discussions that will continue to take place, and it is something that we will continue to monitor as well. I'm in Sydney, this week. I've actually worn a mask as I've continued to move around the city.
New South Wales and Victoria will scrap their 72-hour isolation requirement for international arrivals. From next week, all fully vaccinated travellers and flight crew will be required to get a PCR test within 24 hours of landing. Hotel quarantine remains in place for travellers who are not vaccinated. Phase 2 of the massive police sting Operation Ironside is netting more alleged criminals. The Trojan Horse-style operation is targeted at dismantling organised crime rings. Another 8 men have been charged on drug and proceeds of crime offences. A new Christmas road safety blitz is underway across Victoria, focusing on drink and drug drivers statewide. Liz Kefford reports.
Operation Roadwise is a new campaign this festive season, which highlights the devastating impacts of road trauma. Already this year, 226 people have been killed on Victorian roads, 15 more than the 2020 total. Police are urging people to slow down, avoid distractions like mobile phones, and think before they get behind the wheel if they're affected by alcohol or drugs. The initiative also features a video series where families are pictured with a Christmas tree bauble inscribed with their lost loved one's name and age in their honour. The blitz will end on Boxing Day. In Melbourne, Liz Kefford, 9 News.
Brisbane's Cross River Rail project has reached another major milestone with the second tunnelling machine breaking through ground at Normanby. The head of the project describing it as a huge effort, with 310,000 cubic metres of rock removed, or the equivalent of about 124 swimming pools. Briefly, Bryn Edelsten, the former wife of late controversial businessman Jeffrey Edelsten, has revealed she's pregnant with her first child. Queensland's Year 12 students have received their final results after a tumultuous 2 years studying during a pandemic, and the New South Wales government has purchased 194 hectares of prime koala habitat. In finance, $1 Australian dollar is buying 71.53 US cents.
Sport, at work, at home, on holiday. Sydney's 2GB is your station.
Australia is leading by 456 runs at stumps on day 2 of the second Ashes test. The hosts declared a big first innings score of 9 for 473. Play was abandoned early due to an electrical storm. Ash Barty's become the first person to receive Tennis Australia's top prize 4 times. This year's Newcombe medal has been jointly awarded to the world number 1 and Dylan Alcott. Barty says it's been a challenging year filled with unknowns.
When we left Australia in early March, I had no idea when I would be returning or what the year would look like. And I think we approached it like it was one big adventure, and you had to be able to smile and laugh through the tough stuff.
Australian driver Oscar Piastri has been awarded the FIA Rookie of the Year title at a ceremony in Paris. The Formula 2 world champion's been picked up by Formula 1 team Alpine for next season, but the 20-year-old says he won't be spending a lot of time racing.
It's never a boring day in an F1 car, so massive thank you to Alpine for the opportunity. I'll be joining as reserve driver for Alpine next year. Unfortunately, won't be in a race seat. It's the next step, and hopefully we can work towards 2023 together.
Western United has downed Adelaide United 1-0 in their A-League matchup, and in basketball, the Illawarra Hawks have defeated the New Zealand Breakers by a single point. That's the latest news and sport.
Bonus Velocity points are back at 7-Eleven. Your ice-cold Slurpee will be even more satisfying when you receive 711 Velocity points on your first earn. Whether you're fueling up, stocking up, topping up or cooling down this summer, there are now 711 more reasons to head in store today. 7-Eleven. Wonderfully easier. Bonus points offer ends 3rd of Jan. Exclusions apply. Full T's and C's at 711.com.au/velocity.
G'day, it's Merv Hughes here. After years of snoring like a train, the missus sent me for a CPAP Direct sleep test. I'm sleeping quiet and waking up refreshed.
Be like Merv and snore no more. Chat to the experts at CPAP Direct. New stores now open at Penrith, Gosford and Mascot. Sale on now.
Find your local store at cpap.com.au.
Cars need maintaining. People need convenience. You can now book a service or purchase tyres online at mycar.com.au. My Car Tyre and Auto. People first.
Renew your daily routine on a Sydney getaway. Book a stay and enjoy natural wonders, cultural highlights and stunning alfresco dining. Feel new at sydney.com.
And I'm feeling good.
When you're living with an injury, illness or disability, the job you want can feel like it's all the way over here. And with all that's going on in the world, how would you even begin to get from here to here? That's where APM can help, with a network of employers looking for someone just like you. Chat to APM today, your injury, illness and disability employment partner. Visit apm.net.au.
Weather. Taking a break this summer? Take 2GB with you. Download the 2GB app.
Clear skies, heading for a mostly sunny day. Light winds becoming east-northeasterly between 15 and 20 kilometres per hour. Tops of 31 degrees in the city, 38 in the west. Further ahead, showers and a possible storm tomorrow and a partly cloudy Monday.
This is like the Bodysurf Breakfast Show.
This is 4BC Breakfast with Spencer Halson, filling in for Neil Breen.
Yes, welcome back to the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show at 7 minutes past 8. We have a huge final hour of the show. Owie, our special guest, has just dropped by.
He's here, and is he in the same clothes from the night before?
Cute boy, Corey Sainsbury. Welcome to the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show. How you doing, mate?
Good. You got yourself?
Yeah.
Get right up in that microphone. You had this problem last time you were in the studio.
Now, this time we've actually got...
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Maybe you could sing us a little song.
Oh, gee, what song do you want? Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Has your voice broken since the last time we met?
Mate, my voice is a bit screwed from last night. It's just a bit rusty.
Now, what were you drinking last night, Corey?
Oh, God, what wasn't I drinking? I was on the Sailor Jerry's for a while.
Right,
that'd explain it. Sailing on the harbour, it's very apt that you're drinking the Sailor Jerry's.
Yeah, Sailor Jerry and dry ale.
Okay.
No, you're a fan of the pop ale. I'm guessing that wasn't available last night?
No, I asked, but...
yeah. You're not a huge beer fan, are you?
Not really.
No.
I can get around it when I've had a few, but...
Alco Pops are more your vibe, aren't they?
Yeah, the Canadian clubs, the sugary drinks.
Timmy's gone off the drink, and so he's got a couple of non-alcoholic beers. Would you be interested in that?
Non-alcoholic beers? I don't know if I could do it at the moment. My head's still spinning a little bit.
Well, it's pretty early, so maybe we'll pass that up until a little bit later on. Maybe after Quick Draw.
Yeah, possibly.
Now, Corey, you've had a huge year. 2021 was big for you. I just want to get a few insights from you about how you went body surfing during a pandemic. Now, we went through multiple lockdowns. We were always kind of allowed to go to the beach, but there were some restrictions. How did you go getting in the water for 2021?
Yeah, so the first half of 2021, I was surfing heaps. I was sort of studying from home. Could go whenever I want. So studying from home, I sort of dropped work and wasn't working as much. I never really worked.
You haven't worked a day in your life.
Yeah, so it was good. And then I went down for training for my job in the middle of nowhere. And sort of for 14 weeks, I wasn't allowed to leave the four walls of the training camp that I was in. And so I didn't really get a surfing in 14 weeks. And then they finally set me free, and I got a couple of sessions in before I officially came back, because you weren't allowed to leave because of COVID. So COVID started to ease and got a few sessions in, and then came back, and ever since I've been getting in the water every day.
Now, while you were training and in lockdown, were you able to stay pretty fit?
Yeah, so there was a river nearby. Mind you, the river is black, but it didn't stop me. It was also -3 degrees in that water, but still got in. Didn't go, no wetsuit. Went for a swim most weekends. It's pretty cold down there and windy. But yeah, still got in the water. Needed that H2O.
So how's the body treating you, mate? You feeling good?
I'm fit as.
Yeah, you put some. It looks like you put some size on, which is good. How's it affecting you in the water?
Yeah, good. I've put on a little bit of size, but not too much. So it's still I still feel like I'm not, having to bloody lug around big muscles like that Brabot guy. Well,
we've often spoke about this on the show. It's like Timmy. Historically, we've been pretty tiny boys, and then as we've got older, we've progressed from not tiny boys to a bit bigger around the hips. Now, I've found since I've been working up at the ridge at the farm, my body weight has dropped down dramatically. We're working in a hot greenhouse all day, physical labour, and when I'm in the surf, I'm liking it.
Yeah,
I'm liking the ability to just kind of get your body out of the water a little bit more. Now, I thought that with yourself bulking up that little bit, you might have lost a bit of your body surfing ability.
I don't know. I went out to Cape the other day, and I felt great. Pretty much jumped back where I was, I reckon, about 16 weeks ago. So no, it's good. I don't know, like. I was pretty fit before, and also a little bit of fitness, a little bit of size. It really hasn't changed too much for me, but yeah, you are looking good. You've slimmed down.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, I've been trying. I've been eating organically.
Yeah,
I've been just watching the calories, counting them.
No more Hungry Jacks.
No more Hungry. I haven't had Hungry Jacks in a long time. I'm really lamenting it. Actually, the Whopper Wampa in me, it's crying out.
Now, Corey, are you? I believe you are a Patreon member, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're in the draw to win a few little prizes.
Yeah, I'd never been on the Patriot website, but I thought I'd pay the money and just support you guys.
Oh, thanks for the support. Yeah, I wouldn't be watching any of that content either. So yeah, fair call.
I'll watch it when it comes up on YouTube. I don't get the early access, though. I don't really know how to access it. I've never tried.
Well, at least, do you know what tier you are?
Yeah, I'm the top tier.
Oh, so you've got 7.
He's a Podcaster Pro.
The Podcaster Pro. So you've got 7 tickets in the raffle. So good luck with that. But before we see who wins the raffle, we've got to see who wins Quick Draw. Now, Corey, you mentioned on the phone you've never played Quick Draw. You've never really heard of it.
Yeah.
Let me explain it to you really, really quickly. What is going to happen? I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, this is good.
And then I'm going to and also name a letter. You've got to answer the question with the letter. So the question's going to be very simple. It's going to be like, name something you find at the beach starting with T.
Towel.
Oh, you're all over it.
So, done.
Oh, you got that one. You've got to be quicker than that.
All right.
You've got to be quicker than that. So that's how the game works. We'll take a short break, and then we'll come back, and Corey will be taking on Owie in the first ever Quick Draw battle.
1 in 4 Australians will experience anxiety. It's anxiety when you... No, that's bad.
Are you still in your pajamas?
Anxiety feels like a weight around you. What if no one else feels like that? Just give me a second. Anxiety stops you from starting the... Just get it together, you idiot.
Anxiety is the voice that overanalyzes everything you do.
This is a disaster.
Know when anxiety is talking. Visit Beyond Blue to start a life beyond anxiety.
The mic.
Tray boards. Slop or 6 foot? Every day's tray day with Tray Surf Co. Designed for fast foods. Used to surf tubes. Come get served at trayboarding.com.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. I'd like to personally thank our amazing team at National Tiles for their outstanding dedication during this our biggest year ever. With home investment at record levels, our wonderful National Tiles team have worked tirelessly to maintain our exceptional service levels, and we're hiring more. So if you're looking to join a dynamic team of people at a great family-owned company, go to recruitment@nationaltiles.com.au now.
You're listening to the Bodysurf Breakfast Show with Tim and Owie.
Yes, we are back. 8:15, 7:15 in Queensland. I hope you're having a lovely morning. Corey Sainsbury joins us here on the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show, and we are about to play the ultimate radio game, Quick Draw. Are you ready, Corey?
Yep.
Now, in the break, we thought...
You don't look it.
In the break, we thought we would teach Corey about microphone etiquette, and it hasn't stuck. It
hasn't worked.
Get right in there. You can adjust that stand. You can get right in there. We've seen you perform wild things, so we know you know how to use a microphone. But yeah, get in there. Remember...
Give us a rendition, actually.
Wild thing. I think I love you.
All right, so
it was that, and it was played alongside the world's worst band.
Yeah,
on a Casio keyboard, and some kid that can't keep time on the drums.
You know what? Wasn't in the video at the start of the song. I went out there. This was impromptu. My music teacher sort of told me as I walked out there, she say something before, so I got up there. I said, "This one's for all the ladies out there." And Dad's in the crowd, bloody fist pumping, and
did it work?
Oh yeah, I had all the teachers hit me up after that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
yeah. That's interesting. You know, there's always the one kid that gets hit on by the teachers at school, and like it's not on, obviously. Like it's not on.
Yeah,
I'm guessing you were that kid.
Oh, any girl, mate. Not just the teachers. What are you undermining me here for?
Anywho.
Alrighty. Corey, are you familiar with the rules of Quick Draw?
Yeah.
Are you now, you know, we are sponsored by Steady Freddy. Normally we don't want you to come fast, but this time it's okay. You're allowed to come fast. So, person who gets in first with a correct answer. Now, I'll be the judge of that. We don't have audio replay, so if you guys are, I've got to make a tough call. Hopefully, I don't shit the bed, but let's see what we can do. Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Here we go. Question 1. Name something you'd see in the streets starting with B.
Bin.
No. You've shown him that. He was ready. He was too quick. That's the quickest answer in Quick Draw history.
That is huge. 1 point to Corey.
He's put me under the... what's he done? He's lulled me into a false sense of security.
He snookered you.
Yeah.
That was a fluke. That's not happening again.
All right, question 2. Name something you'd find in the kitchen starting with S.
Scissors.
I think Corey just got there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's good. What's the... is it first to 3?
We're playing 5, best out of 5, and then if there's
If you get this, Corey, you win.
It's game. You're doing the nudie run if it's 5-0.
I know.
Name something you'd find in the water starting with F.
Fish. Yes. Yes.
Oh, he's still in it. That was a very slow response.
Yeah, it was really slow. But
you got there. A point's a point.
That's it.
Name something you'd hear on the radio starting with A.
Ads.
We got there. Well done.
2-2. This is the decider. You got
This is it.
any music for this, Tim?
We're ready for this. For the win. Name something you'd see in the sky starting with P.
Plane.
Yes!
Yes, sir!
The bloody dark horse.
Owie with a huge comeback there. Owie is supreme Quick Draw champion. How does it feel to win?
Oh, mate, I've waited for this moment a long time, being a big fan of Kate, Tim and Marty. And I'm as excited as Kate was when she won for the first time.
Now, Corey, I feel like you were rolled there. You came out really strong. And then those last few, he was just sitting there. He had time to mull things over. What happened?
Yeah, he's got to be good at something.
But you were right on it. The first two, bang bang, and then just something you see in the ocean.
Yeah,
fish, mate.
I was
in the sky.
I don't know what I was thinking.
What have you got planned for the rest of the day, Corey?
I'm actually looking at some open houses.
Oh, really? Whereabouts?
In Cronulla.
Getting a little batch pad cranking?
Yeah, hopefully.
Nice. And then back at Snorthy's tonight?
Nah, back I got a beer garden party at Bundina. So, getting around that.
Sounds very exciting. Thank you so much for joining us on the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show. Unfortunately, you did not get the title of Quick Draw Champion. He's got that. Maybe you'd like to take him on again next year.
Mate, anytime, anywhere, I'm there.
It's on like Donkey Kong. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
LOL.
OMG.
BRB. You know what these mean, but what does this mean?
KHL.
To Tom, it means he doesn't feel alone anymore. To Lily, it means she's alive and happy today. Whatever you're going through, if you're aged 5 to 25, KHL means you don't have to go through it alone. Contact KHL. Call 1800 55 1800 or visit kidshelp.com.au. Kids Helpline. We're there for you.
Studio Kiel, watermark of a champion. The very best in Serbian swimwear tested at Olympic level. No more sloppy sluggos like the other brands. With Kiel, you're layered for life. Check out studiokiel.com for more information. This is the Bodysurf Podcast with Tim and Owie.
Well, hello. Yeah, well, there you go. 22 minutes past 8, 22 minutes past 7 in Queensland, and Owie has taken out the title of Quick Draw Champion. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
You did really well.
Yeah, I didn't start well.
No. Corey smashed you the first few rounds, and I think that you dug in deep and you did what you had to do to win. And I think you can ride that for the rest of the year.
Yep, for sure. Well, hopefully we don't have to wait a whole year until we do it again. Maybe this could be a more regular thing with our in-studio guests.
Yeah, it works really well, I think, when we have people in studio. You wouldn't want to do that over Zoom.
No.
Think about the delay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a few. If you want to challenge Joey, get in touch with us. He'll take you on. He'll take you on anytime, any place. But yeah, I will keep a tally of how well you do, and you're 1 for none.
That's right.
That's some good stats right there. Now, we are going to be drawing the raffle very soon, so please stay tuned for that. I hope you're getting excited because this is a huge prize. We've got the slide Buller worth a couple of $100. We've got the 2 tray boards, the 2.0 and the fry tray. We've got the War Badfish and a pink Wampa, plus heaps of stuff from Steady Freddy that's going to give you a really big New Year's. It's going to allow you to kick your New Year's off with a huge bang. We're going to be drawing that very, very soon. But for now, Owie, we probably should talk some body surfing. This is the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show. And, you know, my memory is very bad. And we've had a big year on the podcast. We started out strong. We took like 6 months off just to sort of settle into this pandemic and try and work out some technical issues. Do you remember when we were doing things over Zoom and it was all messy? But
the Zoom ones were pretty good, the ones we did this year.
You liked the Zoom?
Yeah, well, not the first ones, but the ones that we did this year were pretty good.
And then we got a few big gets on. And we had a fun little year. Now, it wasn't a full season. because of everything that was happening. But next year we're hoping to get some big guests on, and I'm really looking forward to it. But something we need to be a little bit more accountable for is getting in the water. Now, the Budgie Boys meet every Saturday, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. at Cronulla Beach. We've been pretty slack lately.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? What's happened this year?
Well, I don't live there anymore, Tim.
You think it's all you?
No, it's not all me. No, it's never been about me. It's been about body surfing. But in your life, you need people that rally the troops, and I just feel like we've just lost a little bit. I don't know whether it was me moving or other things happening, and we just we fell off the bit. One of the big people that I thought brings the stoke is Robbie Miller, our good friend Robbie, and if Robbie doesn't come for a surf, then it's Robbie's out, then Jesse's out, and then Bondi's always there. Bondi will come. Sometimes Bondi even just comes and surfs by himself. But yeah, it's just a bit hard, Timmy. Everyone's got stuff going on. I can't really put my finger on it exactly, but we do need to pull our finger out,
Yeah, especially if there's some body surf comps happening in the new year. I want to get your opinion on this, Owie. I'm not sure how comfortable I feel about travelling interstate.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how I'm going to go with some of these interstate competitions. At the moment, I'm going to be trying to stay in New South Wales as much as possible. However, I'm very keen these holidays to travel up and down the coast. I'll be going down to Stanley Park. I'll be going down to Bombo Beach. I'll be going to North Wollongong. I'll be coming up to you, Terrigal, all those spots I love hitting up the south coast. Up the central coast. But I'm happy to stay in New South Wales. But anything beyond that, I'm a little bit, I don't know what to do about that sort of stuff.
Well, there's going to be comps that are happening interstate. You know what? I've got Trav here. I'll give him a call. We've teed him up, and we'll have a little chat to Trav, and we'll see how Slidefest is going. He's one of the sponsors of this podcast and the giveaway today. Here he is. He's in the car. Trav Davies.
Hang on a minute.
He's going to park. That's good. Nice and responsible.
Yes, definitely. Don't call in if you are driving. I think it's safe to say.
I'm only in the Macca's drive-thru.
He's grabbing a cheeseburger. Lovely.
Sneaky cheese.
No, hey.
Hey,
how you doing, mate?
Ace is into the Macca's.
Good stuff. Now, Trav, if you have safely parked, we just want to get your take on everything that's happening in Queensland at the moment.
Queensland has changed. We were like the protected species the last couple of years or whatever, and now they've put down the Great Wall of Coolangatta, and everyone's coming in, and it's all good. It's back to normal, and it's all okay.
So with Slidefest on again next year, what's it going to look like? So I mean, we've spoken about it pretty openly on the podcast. A couple of the Goldie Sliders, and I'm sure a couple of other members from teams around Australia aren't going to be vaccinated. Have you guys taken a stance on that? Are you deciding to go ahead with it? Will it just depend on what the health advice is?
Yeah, mate, it changes from day to day. Like yesterday was sunny, happy Queensland, and today everyone is back in masks. So I obviously want Slidefest to run. I've got a few things I'm trying to plan with Slidefest. That does involve some fresh water. If you can figure that out.
Oh, cool.
So I'm trying to make that happen. I don't do Slidefest for any other reason but to get people together and for the sport. So it actually cost me a crap load, but it's a good thing, and I'll make it happen if I can make it happen.
That's good to hear.
I won't take any stance on. It's obviously sport. It's obviously outside, so it's one in, all in.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. And I guess with, just all the stuff that's going around, we spoke about it a couple of weeks on the podcast. Body surfing is the great equaliser, and you want as many people there from as many walks of life as possible. And when you're in the ocean, all of your stances on whatever you believe goes away. And Slide Fest is going to be a great event to bring all that together. Now, have you got much information on Slide Fest this year you can tell the listeners about?
Or next year.
Or next year, yes.
Next year, yeah. No, well, it's going to be in 2022. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. To be honest, I haven't done a damn thing apart from a few emails and a couple of phone calls. And obviously, I want to be one step ahead of wherever I can be. And if it means taking it artificial, I want to be the first one to do that. So that's my goal. Might be. Hopefully, it's up in Yeppoon. Hopefully, who knows where it'll be.
Now, you mentioned artificial waves. We had Hamish from the Goldie Sliders on the podcast last week. Is there an artificial wave coming to Queensland soon?
Oh, they talk about it every single day. But I don't know who's got $40 million that's going to drop it in the next couple of years. But, it's just rumours all the time. So we obviously love our ocean. We've got, 40 k's of beach breaks here, plus the sunny coast. We'll always find a wave. Actually, the hardest thing for me is, I don't know if council listen to this, but council are shit. They just make my life hard. Like I've got to dump this couple of $1,000 bond in case I wreck the sand. Like they make it very, very hard to run anything legit on the Gold Coast. And I'm sure if I just pumped up some tents and did it, it wouldn't matter. But I sort of try and do it by the book, and I sort of get punished. So I'm going to run an event. Obviously, New South Wales and Victoria people can come in now, which is great. So I can't see it being an issue, and I can see it better than the last couple of years, where it's you guys got locked out the night before, and last year the window opened just as Slide Fest happened, and Dylan snuck over and won it. So we'll just play that by ear and see what comes of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in regards to like we had a meet this morning. We had a dozen Goldie sliders there, and we had we had 70-year-olds and we had a 10-year-old. So it's probably realistically the only sport where it gets every age group and every person, every gender, everything together. So it's a pretty good thing we're involved with.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Christmas is just around the corner, Trav. We wish you and your family a really safe holiday period. Have you got much planned for your little Christmas break? I know you're very hard working.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks has been pretty hectic. I sort of hang around, and then, just a couple of weeks into January, I sort of plan a few escapes, whether it's a surfing trip or a fishing trip or anything. But the actual holiday period, I actually try and stay off the road because I'm on the road for the other 360 days. So.
Now, tell us a bit about the slide buller that's in the prize pack today, Trav.
Yeah, the slide buller is probably the most popular sort of quantity board I sell. It's designed by the Hawaiian, Sean Anoka. You can't argue that it doesn't work, or Sean will come and see her, I guess. But it's a pretty amazing sort of concave board for shore breaks. It's light, you can swim with it. And, it's a $170 board, which one of your listeners will take home.
Yeah, thank you very much for donating that to our amazing prize pack, and thank you for all your support over the years with the podcast. Hopefully we can catch up in person very, very soon, but stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you in Queensland one day.
Yes, thank you guys as well. I've always said what you guys do for the sport's a good thing, and we up here appreciate it and love it. So keep it going, and next year will be a good year for everyone.
And just before you go, Trav, how's Ace going with cricket this year? The Ashes are on. We need to know. Are you going to be the next Ashes superstar, Ace?
Yeah, I'm going to be Steve Smith, number 2.
Okay, that's all I need to hear, mate.
Yeah. Ace is one of those kids that just whatever he does, he sort of goes okay at. So whether it's footy season, cricket season, he's always doing something. So.
We'll see you at the MCG for Boxing Day very soon then, Ace.
He's giving you the thumbs up.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much for calling in. We'll catch up soon. We're starting to sound like a real talkback show. Someone's digging into council.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, that's right.
We just had a local election here, and I don't even know the results of it.
Well, we didn't have an election because ours is in receivership.
Right,
our council.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah. So we bypassed that, which was great. I didn't have to get out of bed. But yes, it is very good when you get someone bagging the council.
Yeah, or just politics in general. It's good stuff. Now, I don't like getting into politics too much with our American listeners, but if any Australian listeners want to talk about what's happening here, whether it's in your state, I know Western Australia is going through some pretty crazy stuff right now. New South Wales all over the shop. Queensland are doing all right. But yeah, give us a call and we don't have long left. So if you want to be, the final caller for the show, give us a call right now because very, very shortly we're going to be drawing the raffle. This is huge, Obi. This is what everyone's been waiting for. Let's just do it. Let's stop teasing and forward selling.
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay,
well, we need to find out if Wolfo's got the winner ready.
I've got a little bit of hot goss from the tally room.
Okay.
Corey Sainsbury's credit card has declined. He's no longer in the running for the prize pack.
You're out, mate. You're done.
You're out, Brussels sprout. Now,
Daddy's credit card. Mate, it's all on the stock exchange.
Oh no, he's quickly looking at his bank account now to see what's going on. But unfortunately, Corey, it looks like you won't be able to win this prize. But that doesn't matter because there's plenty of other worthy winners there to be drawn. So we will be doing that very, very shortly. We'll be heading over to the tally room with Woofo, our executive producer, who's going to be drawing a winner very, very soon here on the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show.
We all love a good chat, but there are some conversations you can't have with the neighbour over the fence. If you're struggling, you can now chat to Lifeline online. This online service is available every night. Search Crisis Chat or visit lifeline.org.au.
The Bodysurf podcast is proudly sponsored by Steady Freddy. Steady Freddy, do more in the bedroom with Steady Freddy, a spray designed to give you a more fulfilling love life.
G'day, it's your new delay spray. Spray on, play on. Formulated by a medical doctor, Steady Freddy has fast and discreet delivery. Express posted, it'll come fast, but you won't. And it has a 30-day satisfaction guarantee.
Make the good times last. Steady Freddy Control Spray fits right in your pocket, so you're always ready to go. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Make your slonger last longer. And Steady Freddy are giving Bodysurf podcast listeners $10 off their control spray and a free 3-pack of ultra-thin condoms when you use promotional code BODYSURF.
100% of Steady Freddy reviewers would recommend this product to a friend. So what are you waiting for? Go to steadyfreddy.com and try it today. Check out steadyfreddy.com and get $10 off and a free 3 ultra-thin condoms when you use promotional code BODYSURF.
We said that 2 times, so you better do it doubly as fast. Steady Freddy is a sponsor of the Bodysurf podcast.
Check out steadyfreddy.com and grab some good gear today.
Yo! You're listening to the Bodysurf Breakfast Show with Tim and Owie.
We are back, Timmy, for the last 20 minutes of the Bodysurf Breakfast Show. Now, I have a very special guest on the line. It's one of the few people in body surfing that I really look up to in regards to mainly fashion, body surf fashion.
And also just getting in the water.
Yeah, just getting in the water, mate. Doesn't matter when it is. Doesn't matter what the conditions are. Jumping in. So, from the Fringe Society, please welcome Mahesh Hayward. And I hope I've said that correctly, Mahesh.
Yeah, you said it. Yeah, you said it perfectly, Mahesh. Yeah. I need to say to you, within seconds of listening to the show, my wife is saying to me, "You're not Australian. Stop using an Australian accent." because I instantly, just like a chameleon, start sounding like that, and I don't know why.
Oh, that's good. Now, Mahesh, recently, and you've had a little accident on your noggin.
I had a bit of a bump on Sunday. It was the Fringe Society's debut meet, and we went out, and it was where we are in Bournemouth, in Dorset, on the south coast of England. It's 9 degrees in the water. And so we decided to suit up, because if we're going to be in there any longer than 20 minutes, we can't go in budgies. We want to be in suits. And went in. It was a shore break, about 3-4 foot, and it got dumped with my tray, and my tray caught my forehead, and it in between the shoreline and the forehead, and just gave me a big old gash. Oh. And it's not the sort of big gash that I was hoping for, but but it certainly was a big one.
It's kind of like you've got a couple of tattoos, Mahesh. I reckon you could probably turn it into like a frowny face if you really wanted to.
You know what? The main consensus from everybody that's messaged me has been chicks dig scars, and why didn't you just put some eyes above it on a tattoo? That's basically been that's the only sympathy I've ever had from anyone.
Yeah. Now, did it hurt?
At the time, I knew when I hit the floor or stumped on the floor, I knew I'd hurt myself. I come straight out. I pulled my hood back, and there was a girl on the beach, and she thought I was wearing red goggles because there was so much blood. And luckily, I give a shout out to Sorted Surf Shop. Right on the coast there, that they had first aid stuff. My wife pushed the skin back up in place, and my friends Kaz and Stump, they came and looked after our dog. My friend Sam drove me to the hospital, and I turned up 7 hours in the hospital in A&E. It went down to the bone. My wife could see they could see the bone on my forehead. So I did it properly, and I had concussion. Well, I knew I wasn't feeling right because the doctor, when I first saw the triage nurse, she said, "Did it hurt?" I went, "No, I'm a double hard bastard," and she just went, "Right, I see."
Yeah.
No, I was trying to be funny, but it doesn't work. I think it's because I was still. I think it was because I was still in my wetsuit and I was dripping water and sand everywhere. Everywhere I walked, I was just leaving this trail of disaster where people in A&E were still slipping up behind me. So,
that's full on.
I was like a slug walking across the floor.
Now, Mahesh, we have to be pretty quick here today because we're running out of time. But please tell us quickly about the Fringe Society. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and for sure, at one point next year, we're going to get you on the podcast because you've got your hand. Is the expression your hand in many different pies? Finger in different pies.
Finger yeah. My
finger
hand
in
in
pies.
Lots of things, but finger in different things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I think the Fringe Society was inspired by our friend Steve down at Karma in Newquay, and he's such a great guy. They've got so much going on down in Newquay, and my friend Stump and myself, with my wife Bhavani and Stump's wife Kaz, we've been going backwards and forwards to Cornwall, which is a 3-hour drive each way. But that's when we decided that we were going to get the trays. So we ordered some. They ordered some from California. They come over. We had the hand planes, and we just went for it. And we just thought, you know what? We're Stump's in his 60s. I'm in my late 40s, and like I say on my Instagram, 100%. It's 100% enthusiasm, 8% skill set. But the main thing about being in the water is that like you feel like 5 years old again, and you're just whooping and having a good time. And you know what? It doesn't really matter what you look like and what you do. We don't take ourselves seriously. We're not being super serious. We're trying to be safe, as you can see by my forehead, and we're just all about getting in the water, being with a crew of people that are like-minded and having a really, really good time. And body surfing there's nothing better than getting in the water with your hand plane and just being in the water rather than on the water. We got some friends of ours that are surfers that, you know, they look upon us from a great height, look down upon us from a great height, but that's fine. And I think the fringe society that's here in the UK is massive. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger because people quite like the fact that they're a bit kooky. They like being a bit on the edge. They like that it's not mainstream and it's a bit underground, you know. So that's what we're about, really. And then off the back of that, I run a group called All Us Men, which is a men's mental health group, and that's been going for 4.5 years. And so quite a few of the men from that are coming to the meetup. And apart from that, we're dipping daily in our budgies.
Good stuff. And I believe you're also a barber by trade. How has work been going for you lately?
Well, we had 8 months off during lockdown, but I'm really busy. I was really lucky. I worked for a company in America and did some stuff on YouTube called Beard Brand, which means I've had a really long, far reach. So I get people travel from all around the country to come and see me. So I've been lucky about, you know, that. So my business has been good, really busy, but we've had lots of time off. And, you know, financially, my wife's a hairdresser as well. So we're both self-employed. So it was really tough during COVID. Like, you know, I mean, we were getting food parcels being sent by the family, which was, you know, we were starting to look at the dog, you know, and we were thinking, although we're vegan, do we barbecue him or what do we do?
Oh, dear. Well, Mahesh, thank you so much for joining us this morning. This morning for us. I don't know. What time's it over there for you guys?
So 10 to 10 at night.
Oh, so the sun went down about 12 hours ago for you. It's the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying.
I just want to say you guys are doing such a brilliant job. We in the UK here, we love what you're doing, and you know, keep doing it. And thanks very much for having me on.
Cheers, Mahesh.
Thanks, mate. Oh man, I love hearing an Englishman do an Australian accent. Can you do an English accent, Owie?
Oh, you can't put me on the spot. April's really good at accents. She can just get it straight. Like, she can put it on straight away. Like, she's out getting us brekkie, Timmy.
Yeah, I can't wait for a bacon egg roll. But, well, it's all happening here. Thank you so much for everyone who's called in. I think that's it for Open Line, unless we can... we're running out of time, are we? But it would be nice to maybe take a few more calls. I just don't think we've got the time. But we might go through the chat. There's a lot of action happening on the chat. A lot of nice things people are saying. Someone said this is the worst podcast ever.
That's nice of them.
Do you know
who was that person?
That was Uga.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's a sponsor.
He's a sponsor of the giveaway. I've written him an ad, which is a very good ad, by the way. Good ad. It's probably the first and only Keel ad in history, and we're getting bagged by the bloke.
Yeah, that's the Serbs for you.
Nothing's ever good enough for the Serbs.
That's all right. All right, well, we might take a quick break and then we will wrap things up here on the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show.
Mix 106.3's Rod and Big Z.
We go to Bruce. Hello, Damon.
Hey, how you going?
If you had a slip up, it's always an accident, but you haven't fessed up.
Yeah, I was at the Brumbies game. I got a pie. I spread the sauce on the pie. And went on the guy in front of me.
What is happening? So you had the sauce where you would squeeze it in half.
Oh, you didn't say anything. You didn't tell the guy that you'd squirted sauce on him.
No, I was too embarrassed.
Well, no, okay, hang on. Was it waterproof or was it like a nice
No,
woolen...
he was wearing a giant hot dog costume and that would have been fine.
That would have been fine.
Rod and Big Z. Shaking things up in Canberra. Weekday mornings from 6 on Mix 106.3.
Studio Keel, watermark of a champion. The very best in Serbian swimwear tested at Olympic level. No more sloppy sluggos like the other brands. With Keel, you're layered for life. Check out studiokeel.com for more information.
We all love a good chat, but there are some conversations you can't have with the neighbour over the fence. If you're struggling, you can now chat to Lifeline online. This online service is available every night. Search Crisis Chat or visit lifeline.org.au.
You're listening to the Bodysurf Breakfast Show with Tim and Owie.
11 minutes to 9, 11 minutes to 8 in Queensland. We are on the home stretch, Owie, of the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show. And what a show it's been.
Yeah, it has been actually really good. I think we've only had one stuff up where we left Corey's mic on and they could hear everything you were saying.
Yeah, it's not the worst we've done, so we're all good. We're all good. We're wrapping things up. We're about to draw the raffle, but I thought we might just go through the YouTube chat. We are live on YouTube right now, but this will be up as a podcast very, very shortly. Hamish is driving back to the Gold Coast listening to the Bodysurf Podcast Breakfast Show. Uga, as I said, mentioned that this is the worst podcast ever. Some of the Budgie Boys who are doing a Central Coast trip have joined us. Matthew Bond, he was on the chat.
Upsetting not to have him on the show this morning.
I know he will be a good quick draw contestant. I think he's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And he really loved having Fringe Society on. What a legend, he says.
We should have asked Adam when he called up this morning whether last name Baldwin.
Yeah, any relation?
Yeah, any relation to the. Has that blown over yet?
No.
Is he going to be all right?
I think he's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about his career.
Yeah, right.
But I'm a big fan of Alec Baldwin. But I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah. Have you seen Thomas and the Magic Railroad yet? I keep asking you to watch it. Alec Baldwin's best film.
No, but I am familiar with the work of Ringo Starr.
Yes,
so
on Thomas the Tank
He's the narrator, isn't he, for that?
We tried to get through a whole 2 hours without any ship movie chat, but we just couldn't make it.
Josh says, how good is the show? Sick work. Thank you for that, Josh. Who else have we got on here? People from all around the world have joined us today. This has probably been one of our best shows in terms of ratings. We're doing pretty well on the live stream, but this will be up on the podcast very soon. Now,
Wolfo's been on the line for 2 minutes, by the way.
Is it time for the big giveaway? Well, we probably should do this first.
Wolfo traffic!
Wolfo, have we got you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty, now, you've been in the tally room all morning, working very hard.
I have got the spreadsheet going, got the random number generator set up. Ready to rock and roll.
Now,
how are the kids?
They're fine.
They've finally gone quiet. I'm surprised we can't hear them in the background, but yeah, I'll take it while I can.
Now, you sent through some issues with Corey's credit card. Does that mean he's a late scratching?
He is a late scratching. But when you said that he was in there, I was panicked because I didn't have him on my list, and I've seen that he was in the declined section of Patreon.
No way.
Oh, Corey.
Corey, how do you feel about that? You see, he's still here with us in the studio. Jump on that microphone. I know you can't find it even when you're standing in front of it, but it's over there.
Is this it? Is this the one?
That's the one. What's happened? What's the go with the credit card?
Oh, yeah, bloody... in case anyone steals me card, I transfer the money out. I must have money in at the time it's meant to take it out. Oh, it'll be fixed up. I apologise. It's poor behaviour on my behalf.
No worries, mate.
Well, I'm just sorry for you. I'm sad for you that you're not in the draw. So, but you've probably got enough gear already, really.
Oh, I got lucky enough today just seeing Owie, so that's good enough.
All right, that's enough from you. Wolfo, are you ready to do the big draw? Now, we should probably just go over all the prizes that are up for grabs. We've got the Slide Buller, we've got the War Badfish, we've got the Trade version 2.0 and the Fry Tray and a pink Wampa signed by Tim, Owie and Wolfer. Will you sign it as well, Wolfer?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
All righty. That's going to be worth something one day.
I can only sign trade board. Sorry.
That's right. Sponsored rider.
All right. With no further Apu, are you ready to draw the winner?
I'm ready. Do I have a drum roll or anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it on the table, but I don't know if you can hear it. What if I do it on the mic?
That's it. Okay, it's number 103. Let me go back to the spreadsheet and find it. The winner is Anthony Quinn.
Quinny! From the Goldie Sliders.
Anthony Quinn from the Gold Coast takes out the big end of year raffle prize giveaway. Congratulations, Anthony Quinn. Do we try and get him on the line?
I'll call him. I don't know whether he's going to answer. Is he even listening?
We'll try our best to get him on the line. We don't have long left until we've got a timeout. Wolfo, I just want to say thank you so much for all your hard work for the last 3 years. I hope you join us again for Season 4 in 2022 and start booking some big guests because we need to start doing some really big interviews. We need some big names for 2022.
Yeah, plans are underway already. We're all over it.
Good stuff. What was your highlight for the year, Wolfo? Besides getting sponsored by Trayboard, we've lost Wolfo.
Wolfo's gone, mate. I'm trying to call the big winner.
Sorry about that. The
thing broke.
The thing broke. We'll get old mate on the line, but maybe I can buy us some time with this.
This is like the Bodysurf Breakfast show.
I said, wait up, Sydney. You got the moon man in the morning, waking up with Triple M. Please don't hit snooze again. You got the moon man in the morning.
4 minutes to 9, 4 minutes to 8 in Queensland. We are almost done for the year. This is it, Owie. This is the final countdown. We're taking a big break and we'll be back in the new year with an all-new season of the Bodysurf podcast. Now, I'm taking all of January off.
All of it?
All of it. I'll be swimming at the beach. I'll be in the studio editing audio together for next year. I'll be having lunch with Wolfo at Boyle's, having a chicken schnitzel roll. What have you got planned for your little break, Owie?
We're going to Tassie, mate.
That's right.
So the borders are open, and fingers crossed, just within the next week, I don't get exposed to COVID. We can get down there, do the rapid antigen test, and get across the border, mate, and enjoy the first 15 days of the year in sunny Tasmania.
Now, what will you be doing in Tasmania?
We're just going to go do a little circumnavigation. Okay. So we hop into to Tassie on the 31st, so New Year's Eve, and we're staying at Launceston. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to hike up Cradle Mountain the next day, stay around Cradle Mountain in the Mantra. Have a little spa. And then we're going the east coast, down to Hobart, and then through the centre and a bit of the west coast and go home.
Lovely. Are you going to be going, is the big art gallery there the Mona?
Yeah, we're going to go to Mona.
Yeah.
Which I think is just a gag for punters like us, because I don't think any of the locals go there.
Well, yeah, but do you know who owns it?
No.
A professional gambler.
Really?
Yeah, so he's worked out an algorithm. He's made a lot of money on gambling, and he's decided to give back to the community by opening an art gallery.
Okay.
So, yeah, it looks like a really good gallery. I would definitely love to check it out one day. What else is in Tassie? The Cadbury factory used to be there. You can go check out how your favourite caramel chocolate is made.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the seafood.
Oh, okay.
It's just nice and fresh down there. Bit of what I've been told is lobster rolls. You can get lobster rolls for like $15 because it's just so fresh and readily available.
Now, do you put anything on the lobster roll, or is it just lobster and bread?
Bread, butter, lobster.
Oh, butter, of course. A bit of garlic butter. That would be lovely.
It would be.
All right, well, that's making me hungry. I believe some bacon egg rolls are on their way, but we got to get out of here. Do it all again next year. 2022 is looking like a huge year for the Bodysurf podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I know it's been a bit of a shit show, but, it's the end of the year. What do you expect from us?
Mate, I think it's been pretty good. We've had a few interviews just from people that have listened to the podcast throughout the year. We're going to get some more great guests on next year. I'm really excited for it, Timmy. It's been a really good year together, and let's do it 1 year more. 1 year? We're calling it next year?
Nah, we've got a few more left.
There's a few more left.
Anyway, we're going to get out of here, do it all again next year. But for now, remember,
it's always overhead when you're body surfing.
Bye-bye.